Good evening, beautiful people. It's Viola Diamond Heart here tonight. This evening, we are talking about we are star seeds. We are talking light language. We are talking amazing multi-galactic dimensions and how to get the guidance, how to get clarity, how to step into that highest expression and shift the energy, shift realities for us. And the person, I'm just like, so privileged to have this beautiful soul agreeing to do that. And here we are, beautiful India Rose, and she is the sound priestess, guardian of golden harmonics, and as she says, light language oracle. So here she is, beautiful people. Let's dive into it. Hello, beautiful. Good evening. I'm going to, give you a voice.
Hello. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you. Beautiful, because you are all of that, the sound priestess. So you're going to explain all of that, because for some people, they have no idea what is the sound, what is the priestess, the guardian of golden harmonics, and that light language oracle that we're going to actually talk about in general. But yes, so could you please introduce yourself as you are?
So welcome, everyone. I'm India Rose, and I'm a sound priestess. I worked in the halls of Atlantis as a sound priestess, amongst other expressions, other lives in Atlantis. So my sound has really come. I'm a sound healer, and the sound has come through the Atlantean temples, and it's come through the Palladian temples as well. So I was a sound priestess in the Palladian temples. So when I do sound, I channel a lot through the Palladian frequencies and the codes. And that's expanded as well into my light language as well. So with my light language, I'm a starseed. I had my first incarnation on the galactic realms, on the planets. I'm an Andromedan galaxy Arcturian starseed. But I think many of us with starseeds, we resonate with so many because we're not just one, we're multiple, we're multidimensional. And you may resonate with more than one star system. I always thought I was a Palladian starseed. And it wasn't until I went into the Akashic Records, I realized that my Arcturian self had spent so much time with the Palladians, I was almost taking on the signature of the Palladians. So we are all so multidimensional. There are so many aspects of us. We have had many hundreds, thousands of lives. So we are so expansive as well. So shall I just go into my light language, how it started?
Yeah, I mean, like for me, it's like talking about that. Yes, those different starseeds, those different dimensions that we are part of. As you are saying, the Lemurians, Arcturians, Atlanteans, and recently I did go to Seychelles, where I was called by Mintakans.
Beautiful. Yes.
Beautiful journey, those crystal clear waters and everything. It was like really, I felt like home.
Yeah. And I think the light language really connects us into our star lineage as well. When I'm doing any, training or any courses or any workshops with the light language, and we're connecting into our star lineage as well, we're really connecting into aspects of ourselves and why we're here. Those sound priestess, those the healers, the mystics, the oracles, why we're actually here on earth, what we're bringing to earth. Because there will be aspects of you that's going to come forward really strongly for you. And your, the star lineage as well, or galactic lineage, connecting in with, my Arcturian that I do a lot of healing with, and my, galactic councils of light that help me with my business. So with the light language, it's really expanded everything that I do, and a really deeper connection to my galactic team as well. So for me, it's been really, really expansive.
Mm-hmm. But how do we connect with, like, how do we know what kind of group of star seeds we are, like, that are predominant right now? I know that they are changing, or we are discovering like another path. Once we kind of, like, let's say, like at school, we are at certain level, then we accomplish something, we go a little bit higher, and the doors are opening. Is that the same with this shifting realities with the galaxies and those well, multidimensional guides?
Yeah, I think it's sort of like a discovery. You know, you go into the realms of discovering, maybe through meditation, maybe through Akashic records, whether you're going yourself or whether you have Akashic records done with someone else. And they can actually see your star lineage. They can actually see your first incarnation, some of the lives you've had on various planets. So when I'm doing, you know, like language sort of activations, sometimes they will show me with clients, you know, what they've done on their Arcturian aspect, what they've done, or Lyran, or I sometimes will see someone and I'm going, you're a Lyran starseed. You've got other aspects in there as well, but you're predominantly Lyran. Your first incarnation was Lyran, but
Oh,
you
wow.
know, they travel like we do as well. So, you know, it's like me traveling to maybe Australia. You know, I would eat their food and maybe you know, have flavors of their, you know, what they do, and maybe going down to the beach, and it's exactly the same. So it's exactly the same with the star seeds and the star nations, that they travel from planet to planet, so they have more experiences and they experience other planets. So this is where the expansion comes as well. And I think that human part of us wants to kind of like put it in a box of like, we're Lyran, we're Arcturian, but we will have flavors of other, you know, star nations as well. We maybe have a strong Lyran in us or a strong Arcturian, but we could have Palladian flavors. We could have a Lyran or a Syrian flavor in there as well, because we've spent time on that planet.
Would you be able, like, how do you find out? Can you just say, like, okay, like, looking at me, you know, you don't know me personally, we just connected in such a way. So can you say, like, oh, you are this and this, or you got to go through the certain way of meditation, tuning in, or it's just like so simple for you? Oh, this is what it is. This is who you are.
Sometimes I can just look at someone and go, yeah, you know, you've got a really strong flavor. You have got Palladian in you as well. I can see your Palladian aspect of you. Palladians are very, very beautiful. Crystals, if you're a crystal lover and love crystals. And they're really here, the Palladians, to really they're asking us to work with crystals and working with Gaia and working with the crystal grids as well, and working with crystals more as well. Apart from healing, they do beautiful healing, the Palladians, really just beautiful light work as well. They, you know, they've all got their little signatures. Yeah, so you've definitely got Palladian in there as well. I could go into your Akashic records. That's another way that I would go in and have a look, and I'd get information from your Akashic records going into your galactic realms. And, you know, through meditation or working with you on a one-to-one, so we can get a better idea of, you know, the expressions that you have on the galactic realms as well. So but I can see your Palladium, but you've got others in there as well, but you have got a Palladian flavor in there, I would say, as well.
Wonderful. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, I would love to do that one-to-one session, because I'm kind of like in the feeling that I always had this longing to belong. I never found find home wherever I was. And like always searching new places, like where can I live? Where can I be? Okay, I'm here for a moment, but I know this is not my final place. I've been here with that person, but I know that that's not my reality. Yes, it's just like those different frequencies are showing up, and then it comes that, yes, as I said, that longing to belong. It's like,
Yeah.
where is home? Gazing into the stars and like, how can you leave me here?
But no, you know, you were chosen and you decided to come here, and you've had all those lifetimes of experiences to bring your expertise here on earth at this time. And that's like really super, that's really exciting. And you know, that's really special as well, that you come here to bring all your expertise that you've accumulated over thousands of years to actually come here at this pivotal time of ascension of where we are on this planet. So it's really exciting. And you spoke earlier, when we spoke earlier, about attacking and the aspect of, you know, the water and aquatics, and the Palladians actually seeded Lemuria. And Lemuria, as we know, is very aquatic with the ocean and the crystals and the dolphins and the whales. So, you know, when you start having that discovery and really sort of diving in, it's kind of pieces of the puzzle. And it's like getting those pieces of the puzzle, and they slowly start slotting together. And, you know, you kind of understand more of you. And I think once you discover more of you, you become a little bit more comfortable here on earth, because we can, you know, we can feel very, very uncomfortable, but how special is it for us to actually be here?
It's amazing, you know. It's like, it's really like, I think like once I grasped that gift that I am the light worker, a very challenging one for many. And I understand that I'm not easy to be around with my, you know, look at the people that's like, oh my God, don't look at me. I said, because you're hiding the truth. Get your shit together.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then, of course, this is very uncomfortable. And, but once I kind of got, after many years of trying to fit in, now I got it. So now I can actually walk in that energy of that star seed, and just embrace it and know that who is ready will be able to approach, and will be kind of comfortable in that energy, and it will find peace in that energy, and it will find their own unique path as well. And that's so beautiful. So meeting people like you, I love to listen to your channelings, and it just like, they're 1 minute short, but they're like, this is what I like: short, on time, precise, done.
Yeah.
Very beautiful. So how do you do that? Do you feel that this is the moment that is happening, and you're taking your camera and you just recording it? Or you say like, okay, at 3 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm going to sit by this and this tree or well or at the hill, and I'm going to do the channeling.
I really go with the flow. I really, I think I've found out when I was really structured, when I was like, right, I'm going to do it 9 o'clock in the morning and I'm going to sit down. My guides were like, really? And it was like, you know, we're not ready yet. And what are you going to do? And I was like, oh, I don't know. Well, I'm ready to do something now. And they were like, no, it's not time. And I think the more fun I had, because I became really serious at one point, you know, sort of, I've got the camera, and then I was like, why isn't nothing coming through? And I was like, nothing's coming through here. What, you know, what's going on? Arcturians Arcturians have got a really good sense of humor. They're really funny. And I find with them, they like to have a bit of a joke with you, and they like to bring the fun into it. And the more fun that I had, the more it was like, we'll go with the flow. And it was like, right, today okay, we're going to do it today. I'm going to do a channeling. And you know, I'm going to share this with everyone. You know, what are we going to bring through today? And sometimes I will do my light language and I won't know till the end or kind of like halfway through, and I'm like, oh right, okay, this is what we're doing, this is what's coming through. And sometimes they will give it to me straight away. They will go, this is what the collective needs today. And I'm like, right, okay. And sometimes I'll go, really, you want me to put that out? And they're like, yes, put it out. I'm like, right, okay. So my human part of me has had to overcome this, you know, because it was a little bit uncomfortable bringing in some of the languages, especially like my mantis, and my Arcturian changed my light language. Probably about 6-7 months ago, I was in the shower. I receive a lot in the shower. You wouldn't believe how much I receive in the shower. Whether it's the water and it's that coding with the water, possibly. And my Arcturian light language was just suddenly changed. And I said to my guides, okay, so who's coming through? Because this is new language. And the Arcturian said, but you've evolved, and so is your language evolved now. It's a different frequency you're tuning into. And I was like, right, okay, thank you. So know that even I've been started this, about 10 years ago now, just over 10 years, how things evolve and change as we do as well. So it evolves and changes with us.
But that's interesting. Yes, I have a question. Like, how do you? Yes, you are standing in the shower, and then what happens? What actually happens?
In the shower, I literally have free flow in the shower, and it's kind of like with my guides every morning and every night. I kind of do a ritual, like a cleansing in the shower as well with the water. But I can be in the shower sometimes for quite a while sometimes. And I would just let my light language flow. Sometimes it's healing for me, sometimes it's healing for the collective, sometimes it's healing for Gaia. And it's not really intentional as such. It's literally, it just comes through. So I could have loads of light language just literally rolling on the back of each other, just literally like coming in and coming in and coming in. And sometimes it's like recalibration for me. They're doing healing with me, they're adjusting. And sometimes it's like for Gaia, and the codes are literally in the water, and it's going down, and it's going down through all the pipework, and it's going into Gaia, and it's going out for the collective. And yeah, so my showering is quite magical for me because it's literally like free flow, and I just let my guides, they're kind of like queuing up to come in, and it's like, okay, you know, and a lot of it is for me in that way. It's for me, or you know, like the collective, and it will go out to the collective. And yeah, so much comes in, so much channeling comes in when I'm in water as well. So I love the sea.
Yeah, same for
Yeah,
me. Like for
yeah,
me, the water, the vastness, but the water, not the river, not the lake, but that vastness of the sea, the vastness of the ocean, and the clearer the water that I can see through, that then it's like the perfect way with the white sands. Well, of course, the best for me, but
yeah.
it's like that vastness of the water, that that calm sea, that little kind of sound of the waves, not too dramatic, but kind of very soothing for the nerves. It's like for the system, so you can stay there and just like and then that quietness that comes, it's like so
It's that
beautiful.
vibration, isn't it? And it's the codes, the water that's carrying those codes as well. I went to Corfu, I think 2 years ago now. No, 3 years ago, I went to Corfu, and I stood in the ocean. And it's the first time I did grid work in the ocean. And I started doing light language, and my husband said, oh, you're doing the light language again. I'm going to go off for a swim and leave you. And I went, okay, thank you. And I started doing light language, and I was like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going on. The Palladians joined me. I had Yeshua join me, Mother Mary, Archangel Michael. And I was like, I don't really know what's going on here. So we ended up kind of, rescuing the souls from the seabed, from shipwrecks, and then we did the grid of the ocean. And so we were actually repairing. Well, I was just facilitating it, but they were repairing the matrix, the grid of the ocean. And when you stand there and you're going, is this really happening? This is the first time in the ocean, and I could see the mermaids and the dolphins and all this frequency coming through. And as I was doing light language, like in the ocean, there was like this sonic boom. I could see and feel like this sonic boom coming from like my hands in the ocean. So the light language is, I use it with my grid work as well, and a lot of people use it in their planetary work as well. And it's just so expansive. I use it in my healing and my activating, and my healing for me, my clients, for my animals, for Gaia, the plants, the trees, just like everything is. I walk around the supermarket and I can, go into light language. And sometimes when I'm doing light language, if they're not ready to like stop, it's like, I'm just going to have to wait a minute while I finish doing the light language, because I can't actually speak English until that flow's kind of like stopped. So, but for me, it's been really expansive in the last 10 years. It's really shifted my vibration and really changed my work as well.
Yeah, because you had this 7-figure business and then decided to sell it to do this. Why? What happened? I was like, oh my God.
Well, I grew up in a spiritual family, so I'm a third generation medium psychic healer. My mum was a trance healer. So I grew up in a spiritual family. I saw spirit when I was young, and as I grew older, I think I just didn't fit in anywhere. And I was at school, and I just didn't fit in anywhere with school, with friends. I didn't have any friends. They were just, I think I was just the odd one, and I think as I got older, I didn't have to, I started fitting in with society. I started wanting to belong somewhere. So I went into the corporate world. So I started in the corporate world, and then I grew this business into a multi-7-figure business. And I had all the success, and I had the cars and the designer stuff, and I had all of this, but there was something missing. And it was like, I've done my purpose. I actually employed quite young members of staff that no one else would employ, but I could see the potential in them. I could see. And part of my purpose with the business was not only, supporting others in their roles, but just supporting and allowing everyone to have the opportunity to do what they want to do. And, some of these went into management. They went back to university because, they were like 23, 24, and they went back to study and went back to university because they didn't have the confidence. And that part of the business I loved. I loved seeing people grow. I loved supporting them. But there was just something else missing. And I always had crystals on my table, and I had, aromatherapy oils in the background. And I used to clear the offices, and, I used to smudge on a Friday. And so they kind of knew what I did. I had my crystal skulls on the desk. But one day I said to my husband, it's time to sell. And he was like, what? And he was like, no. And I was like, yeah, my guys said it's time to sell. And by this time, I had started kind of like tapping back into like the spiritual world. I'd started training and like doing angelic Reiki and Atlantean healing and sound healing. So I was kind of doing that, in the background, sort of training. And he said, "What are you going to do?" And I went, "Well, I think I'm going to start a spiritual business." And he was like, "How are you going to do that?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know. I just know I need to sell." Anyway, within 6 months, the business was sold. So I went from one day earning a really good salary to the next day, to the next month earning like nothing. And I was like, "Oh, this is a big shift." This is massive. This is a big shift. But I knew that it was the right thing to do. I knew that that part of my journey had finished, that I had completed that part of the journey. And now it was time to come back in, and this was in my early 50s. So it wasn't like I was 30 or 40. It was, my children grown up, they'd left home, and I was in, my 50s starting another business again. So it was a massive change and it was a massive step. But I couldn't have that stress either because I just worked constantly. I was always at work. Even when I went on a holiday, I would still be contacted and, about the problems, and I could never switch off, and it was continuous. And I was unfulfilled and stressed, burnt out, totally burnt out. I took the first kind of a year, 18 months off because I was so burnt out. I just couldn't function. Yeah. So it was a lot. It was a lot. But now
Yes,
life is very different.
it is. It's just that leap of faith, like really listening to your guides, to your intuition, and really trusting. And it's like sometimes the fear is greater. So it's like for me, it's like I know it's like I'm like really attached to things, to people, and I'm kind of scared to let them go or let that business go. But what if I cannot? I will not be able to pull up again. And I'm tired of building everything from scratch. And it's just like, God, give grace, forgive me, break. It's just like, I don't want to do this on my own. Come on. And so on. And it's just like, ooh, would I have a strength again to walk on the stranger's land as a stranger and to build up again something, something new? And it's just like the first question goes like, the answer goes like, yes, of course. But then I say like, oh my God, really? Again? Just give me a break.
Yeah, and it's just listening to, listen to your guys, but listening to your own intuition, because all of our answers, we hold all of our answers inside of us,
Mm.
And only we can decide really what is true for us and what is good for us. And I knew that I couldn't continue just with the amount of stress and the amount of pressure. I just couldn't continue, although it was such a big move that, I came from sort of quite a big, company to myself. And that was a real shock. And, I've spent time that I've been lonely, and still trying to find, there are times I'm still trying to find, like soul family, because even in the spiritual community, I still find that sometimes I don't fit in. But now I know that's okay.
Mm.
There are we're not going to fit in with everybody. Not everyone's going to like my light language. Not everyone is going to be aligned with me. Not everyone is going to like me, but that's okay. That's okay too, because we're out there for the ones that are aligned to work with us, and the ones that we, journey with, the ones that we can support each other on this journey as well. And it's having that support as well and supporting each other. on this journey as well, and knowing that, you know, there's others that have struggled on this journey as well. It's not an easy journey, you know, it really is not easy.
No, it's not. But the thing is that, like, what I see now in what's happening around, what I see, what I experience is like the new, some old relationship, the relationships, the colleagues, the workers, the friendships, businesses that we were trying to kind of build together, they kind of separated. Why? Because it's like the vibration just got so high that we don't resonate anymore.
Yeah.
It's like suddenly someone is saying, I want to do this now, not this. I want to go and work with that, not that. And some people went into the big dramas about like whatever. And I said, like, listen, when we work, we work. And let's keep it professional. When you are going on and on and on and on and on about your dramas, and you are posting all around that you are sending the frequency to the people that you are struggle. And when you are showing to the people that you are struggling very much, how do you expect anyone to come to you? You got to get your shit together. I'm not going to be another, thing to add to that drama. So you just got to get yourself a chance. So you're either in or out. And it just came to that kind of directives like, come on, just lift up. Or if you can't, just go somewhere else, because I'm not going to be kind of like another shifter. It's like we either walk along and we help each other and help the others, but we are not going to drag anybody along us. There is a choice. We are making the conscious choice. Do we want to be a victim, or we want to be the victors? Do we want to be a masters or the misers? I've been in the misery for many years.
Yeah. And it's doing that inner work, isn't it? And noticing, and it's all about awareness, isn't it? And if we're finding our frequency kind of like dipping in our energy levels, dipping, it's like, okay, so I've got the tools to do something about this. What am I going to do? Do I need to go and see a friend? Do I need a healing? Do I need a clearing? Do I need to go to a gong bath? Do I need to go to a sound bath? Because that's part of my healing. When I go to gong baths or sound baths, music and sound for me is like my go-to. It really resonates with me as well. And I'll have there's a couple of people that I resonate with their light language as well. So, I would say to everyone that people's light language are not always going to resonate with you. It's not always going to align with you, and that's okay. It's not because they're doing anything wrong or their light language isn't of the light. It's just because it doesn't align to you and it doesn't resonate with you, and that's okay. And I think be really nice if we got to a point that we just allowed people to be who they were without judgment. And I think there is still this judgment around that, I don't like that, so that must be bad, or that doesn't resonate with me. Fine, it doesn't resonate. Keep on scrolling, keep on going, and don't use your energy to comment. Don't use your energy, of lower vibration. Keep your vibration high. If it doesn't resonate with you, great, fine. If you don't agree with it, if it's not your truth, that's fine, that's okay. But, once you start into that conflict of commenting and I think this and I think that, and, you're lowering actually your own vibration by doing that as well. Instead of standing in your truth, being your truth, knowing your truth and continuing.
Yeah, it's beautiful that we are finally able to do that, because that for me wasn't easy path. But talking about this, the light language, earth and soul language, you did say that they are different. What is the light language and what is the soul language, and how we differentiate that?
Okay, so when I started, I didn't know what I was doing, whether I was channeling, what was coming through. So when I activate others in their soul language, So their soul language. I actually asked my Arcturian guides, I said to them, look, people keep on asking me, can I have a short definition of this? Help me out here. And they came back and they said to me, light language is your soul's vibration expressed through various frequencies of your soul's expressions. And I said, okay. And I said to them, well, do you mean soul language? And they went, well, yeah, soul language, light language. Let's define which one you're activating, which one you're actually speaking. So the soul language is your soul aspects. It's the vibration of your soul. So I've been an Arcturian, I've been Palladian. So that is my soul language. So that's flavors of your aspects. So it's the flavors of your soul's vibration, the experiences that you've had. When I say about light language is channeled. So I may want to work with Goddess Isis. Now, I haven't been Goddess Isis. I haven't been an aspect of Goddess Isis, but I've worked with Goddess Isis. If I wanted to bring through light language for Thoth, maybe I haven't been an aspect of Thoth, but I can connect with him and bring through his frequency, the vibration of Thoth, his frequency. So when I'm doing light language, it's more of an intentional channeled experience rather than my soul language, which is my soul's expressing the various frequencies. So I hope that makes sense. But the light language for me is more intentional. If I want to connect to someone, or maybe Pallas Athena or Mary Magdalene. So my soul hasn't been an aspect of Mary Magdalene. We may have worked with Mary Magdalene, but I haven't been Mary Magdalene. I haven't had a expression of her, but I can still channel her codes. So for me, and this is my interpretation of it, light language is channeling a certain frequency and connecting in maybe to Goddess Isis, maybe Hathor, Sekhmet. But if I've been a Palladian or an Arcturian, Atlantean, Lemurian, I can channel those frequencies are just coming through as my soul's language, because it's the vibration of my soul.
Would you be able, like right now, to give that, I don't know, 30 seconds or 60 seconds kind of I don't know how to say it, like the little transmission?
Yeah, so yeah, I see what wants to come through. If I do my soul language, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Yashama koshikatia soro koshikatia murokoya sara koshkai sebro dunya shkorai. Masebarado shkarada soro koshkanai. Yaranda yoshkona. Yasa manokoya. Yasha korokokoshkai. Mariana koshtoshkana mokokoya shkaredushkai. Marakokoya shkaradu. I anara tondayo sonokonda. Shakara sonokoshkana marai. Iara sorokunda, shukona kiana karai, I ana rokundo, shukumai, ianara to sorokundai. So that was some Lemurian codes that come through.
That was so beautiful. And it's like I could see kind of like golden letters. Yeah, it's like a golden letters, like as you were saying, your voice have changed into that different frequency. It just became like so much softer. And it's like as if you were singing. It's like that's how I felt it for me.
Yeah, it can change when it's kind of like it's kind of like tuning in, it's coming in, and then it just goes, and then it just like drops in fully sometimes. Sometimes it's fully in there straight away, and then sometimes it's like, right, we're here. And then it's like, it's some urine. I can just feel it as it comes in. I can feel, I'm very visual, so I see a lot, but I can just feel that Lemurian frequency when it comes in. It's just so calming, and it's just like so peaceful when it comes in for me, bringing it through. And that's my soul language. I've had times on Lemurian, so I'm bringing through parts of my soul's vibration when I'm bringing that through.
Yeah, that was so beautiful. And do you as you are channeling that light language, the soul language, in this case Lemurian, do you understand what actually you are saying, what you are transmitting, or do you feel that this is the, for example, I don't know, healing energy for the Gaia, or healing energy for the water?
A lot of it for me is feeling. Sometimes they will bring some light language through, and then they will give me an interpretation of it, kind of like a rough, and sometimes I will hear that through my clairaudience, and they will tell me, and sometimes I would just feel it, and sometimes they will show me. So it's like a movie, so they might show me what's actually going on and what the codes actually mean. So a lot of the time when I'm doing the transmissions, kind of like on my social media, a lot of it is I'm having a visual experience with that. So they don't tend to come in sort of like clairaudience with that. They tend to come in with a movie. So I did one with the Galactic Central Sun. So as I was saying it, I was channeling, I was just describing what they were showing me. So that's how a lot of my transmissions are. I don't really prepare a lot of transmissions. I'm just repeating back what I'm actually seeing. So they're showing me, and I'm repeating that back of what I'm actually seeing. So that's how it kind of happens with me. But there's the kind of like variations depending on how I'm working and my intention of working with it as well, and whether that other person, maybe the other side, if I'm doing a one-to-one, whether it's necessary for them to have that information as well. And if the guides think it's necessary for them to have that information, then they will give me that like translation for it as well. But for me, it's really important for that other person to feel what they're receiving, because I can do a transmission to 100 people, and people will feel different things because they're having their own experience.
Yes, I was like wondering, like, for example, okay, I come well, I have that kind of feeling that I'd like to do that one-to-one session to find out like about the mission, to find out it's like what is my plan, or like what did I agree to do, like how to open up the channel even more, and then like how this one-to-one session looks like. How does it work?
The one-to-one session is your intention, first of all, with the session. I would connect to your higher self and to your guides, and we work as a team. All of our teams work together, and to see what's coming through for your highest good as well. Because your soul's purpose is always something that you really enjoy, because they wouldn't want you to do something that you don't enjoy as your soul's purpose, because you imagine how miserable you'd be. So your soul's purpose is always something that you really enjoy doing, and that's really something to remember when we step into our mission, when we step into our purpose, is that for us to really enjoy it, because it isn't supposed to be like torture here. It's not. We're supposed to enjoy it, and if we enjoy something, it doesn't seem like work.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it just flows, and it's not hard, and we don't struggle with it, and we just kind of like flow with it. But it can take time stepping in, because we're trying to figure all this out. We're trying to, which way are we going with this? Where are we going? And is this my path? And sometimes it is your path, but you've got to do it your way and no one else's way. You've got to figure out your way of doing it.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, it was the same with my Rise and Shine, that I do those daily Kundalini yoga practices like every day. It's like for over 8 years now. Like at first, it's like it was I wanted to do the one journey because like over my years of trainings for to become the Kundalini yoga teacher and dive deeper into the practice, and but I never did it. And the people were doing those 40 days practices, and I didn't. I always had like many excuses. Either I didn't want to, someone was here, I went to the party, I was pregnant, this and that. I never did it. So but I've seen the people that when they started to do those 40 days journeys, that they actually, as we were gathering next month, I was like, oh, they really changed. And it took me years, and when I finally got to that point to, okay, I would love to do those 40 days in a row. So I came with that idea, and I was supposed to be just one journey because I didn't want to stress myself too much,
Yeah.
because every day 40 days it was a lot, and everyone was saying, what are you, Jesus? 40 days, you nuts, it's like, who are you going to be flying soon or something? I said, no, no, I just want to try this. I've seen people changing. And then was the first series, then was the second series, and now we are series 71.
Wow.
And it's just like, oh my God, over the 8 years, it's like in the wildest dream, I would never thought about it that I will do that, whether there is one person or there's like hundreds joining, because the numbers are different at any given time. But still, and it's like I said, like at first it was routine, it was discipline. It was like for me to do something that I could never do it, but then I find a way how I can do it. And then it just became the lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy it. And they ask me, how do you do that? So what? I wake up in the morning, have a glass of water, and just sit down and we do it. It's easy. It's like every other 40 days or so. I just kind of think of it like, what is the mantra that I want to work with? And what are the frequencies? What are the kind of exercises to be aligned? Right now, the theme for this series is Your Northern Star. So it's all about your mission. It's all about like what we are setting ourselves to do, how to tune into our soul purpose. And it's such a beautiful, beautiful journey. So loving, so gentle, and it just like brings so much love into this. And it seems like all the previous series they were aligning to that, because like previous one was the whispers of the heart, and then it was the whispers of the soul, and now it's Your Northern Star. So it's just like kind of like flowing with that. So it's a beautiful, beautiful journey. And yes, it's so much fun. It's like really, it is so much fun. Um, but for now, let's see what's going to happen next. Okay, so we have the one-to-one covered. And then it's like when we are, and I'm so glad that you agreed here at the urban retreat that we're going to have in a beautiful College House. It's extraordinary venue, 7th of December. This is Sunday. For the group awareness, for the group consciousness, as we are coming together in this beautiful hall, how this how do you work with the groups? How do you work with that group consciousness as we are all together over there, like tuning into, as you were saying, because we may understand or we may feel different about the language or the transmission that you are, um, emitting right now at that given time. So what is the purpose of that? How people they can be inspired to actually come and meet you in person and get this beautiful vibration and frequency and learn from that and gain those benefits?
Well, hopefully they're going to come with curiosity and excitement. So it's about, light language is just about being open and receiving through the heart space. And it expands our heart so much as well. What I'm going to do on the day, my guides, well, we're going to discover that on the day. And how I tune into the consciousness of the group is that my guides, so I'm working with my higher self and I'm working with my guides, and we're working with everybody else's guides as well. So it's a collective energy. And my guides are going to bring through what's relevant for the group. So whether it's an activation or healing, or it could be both as well. they have given me a couple of snippets of what of what they would like to incorporate as well, but that can change depending on what they want to bring through as well. But I just want to share the codes with everybody, helping everyone on their journey, hoping they'll have curiosity, and you come with curiosity, and it's almost coming with that inner child curiosity of as well, about having fun. It's not about being serious all the time. It's about, let's have some joy, let's have some fun as well, and just them just experiencing maybe something different as well, and being open to something different, but knowing it could be a start of their journey, and it could be an exciting journey for them, and a journey that has huge transformation for them. And it's changed my life so much. I love delivering the light codes and activating others in their light language and supporting others, because it's a huge transformation, and it can change your life so much, but it can also enhance the practices that you're doing already. And it's not just about doing light language, it's how can I incorporate this into my business already, how can this help my clients, so it becomes even more expansive as well. So I welcome people into this journey, this activation, this healing. I will be channeling the session, whatever they want to bring through. There be various beings of light with us, and galactic councils with us as well. And yeah, just come and have some fun and enjoy with an open mind and an open heart. And just be curious and enjoy the day.
Oh my God, this is so lovely. Thank you so much for bringing all that together. I mean, I'm super excited because, like, for me, it's just like another dimension that I'm tapping in. And my friend from Germany, Petra, great to listen to you both. She's been the goddess, like, floating all around those sacred sites, and she always sends me like, "Wow, we should go there, we should go there." And well, we've been to so many beautiful places, but yes, it's just like, oh my God, I'm like super excited. It's just like I'm so ready to dive into it. I remember like my first journey with the light, with the Galactic Federation. It was like, I don't know, 20 years ago. But I was looking at that, I was like, what the fuck? Excuse my language. It's like so what is that? Just leave me alone. I was like, I'm not ready. They were like, I was like, no, I just want to have a drink. Just like I want to do something else. Well, that was a journey. I just wasn't ready. Now I know. Now I understand. Like listening back to what was happening there, having the partner who was doing exactly that, and I was like, my God, you freak. But it's just like, it's like, can you actually explain to me what's happening? I said, no, you're gonna know one day. So one day, the patience is not my thing. Are you telling me, or either you are telling me now, what do I supposed to do, or you just like kind of, I don't know. But anyway, it took me years. It took me years to understand. Now I do, and I'm super excited, and I'm ready. It's like I think like yes, I could not be more ready. All of that, and it's like so beautiful to have you as a companion, and I think we connected through the gong, right?
We did, yes, yeah. We did, yeah. And
Yeah,
I hope when everyone comes along, this beautiful event that you've created, that they feel that they're coming home.
yeah.
And light language really connects us to that feeling that we are at home, that we have come home to ourselves, and it's a remembrance. This is about coming home. It's about a remembrance of who we are, and being with other like-minded souls, being with other star seeds, and really feeling at home within us and with the other people that we are with, and in the environment as well. So it's something super special, and it's going to be an amazing day.
It is, and I feel that way. It's just like, oh my God, it's just like it is. And it's like, why don't you worry? I said, I have nothing to worry about. It's like
No.
everything is already aligned.
Yeah. I've been listening to the others that you've had on here, and all such beautiful souls, and it's going to be an amazing day.
Yeah. Yes, it is. And yes, and thank you for agreeing to do that. Thank you for your time to share your wisdom, your knowledge, and to channel all this beautiful Lemurian language. It was quite a beautiful experience to see these golden letters lighting up. I don't know what they mean, but anyway, I've seen that, and I really enjoy visuals. As I'm more like sensoric and visuals are my thing, so I see things, which is wonderful. And yes, for sharing your journey. It's like, I think it's that step into bravery to show people to follow their path, to follow their mission, to listen to the guides, to intuition, to soul whispers. And yes, I think like for a long time I was not doing this, and that's why I was struggling, holding to the things that didn't work or stopped working for the reason it was time for them to let go. It's like now I will do that more freely, as I kind of grow into my own kind of multidimensional being, and like trusting that wherever I go, I'm always home, even though kind of I say like, well, I don't have a home anywhere, but this is true. Like wherever I go, there is that feeling that I am home.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yes, thank you so much. And I'll see you, beautiful soul, on Sunday, 7th of December at beautiful Colette House here in London. And thank you for sharing your gifts. And yes, and I hope that all the people enjoyed this beautiful journey. And yes, thank you so much to beautiful India Rose, the multidimensional guide, sound priestess, the guardian. Oh, I didn't really ask for the golden harmonics, but that I'm sure is going to be explained later during her time on stage. And so beautiful light language oracle. I hope you enjoyed that. I will post the details to India Rose if you wanted to have the one-to-one session or join her courses. I will post here under this video that you can read more about her work and the journey on her website. And of course, I wish that you come here for our urban retreat on 7th of December. So much love, beautiful people. Trust your intuition, trust your guidance. And when you hear that light language streaming through, sing, chant, whatever makes you happy. And I really love that what India Rose says about your soul purpose. It is something that you really enjoy doing it. So much love. And I'll see you very soon. Tomorrow I got another live at 10:30 in the morning with beautiful Mark Roland. We're going to talk about the gongs, the frequencies, the guided meditation that he's going to deliver at our urban retreat. And he also plays with us all night gong. So there is a beautiful soul coming through. See you tomorrow morning. So much love, Satnam, and God bless you. God bless us all.